Sam, with what's going on here, the losing continued, although in the end of the season with Don, things had gotten better, and I don't know how encouraging that is. But with that, and for whatever reason, you've never been able to get a long-term contract, and those reasons you know, and you only know. How do you feel now about continuing in Buffalo? Would you like to stay? Will you ask to be traded? How do you feel about it?
Um, right now, just finishing another season. It's more just disappointment on the forefront, in the mind. It's almost tougher this year. For me personally, feeling good towards the end of the year, and feeling like my game was in a good place, and to not be playing any meaningful games down the stretch and into the playoffs is definitely disappointing right now. In terms of the future, don't really have much figure right now. We're going to take some time. That stuff's all going to get figured out when the time comes.
Sam, how encouraging was it, if at all, that you guys were able to, be in a lot of games late in the season, even though they weren't meaningful, as you said, with, Donnie's system and just the young guys coming along the way that they did?
Not there's honestly there's not much to take right now. Like I said, just another year. It's disappointing right now. Not really in the business, just to be in games.
Sam, this is the most we've seen you play at center, I think, since obviously you joined the NHL. See you at wing, obviously, when you started your career for the entire time. Moving to center, obviously, you look pretty comfortable this year. Do you feel like this was a move that could have been made a couple of years ago?
I don't know. The way our roster shaped up, the last couple of months, it made it easier and more of an obvious choice. Like I've expressed to you guys, I really liked the challenge. I really embraced it. I had a lot of fun with it. But no, I don't. I'm not going back into years past and thinking that it should have been done earlier. I felt comfortable with where I was, and I think it was probably at the time best, for me to be on the wing. Just looking at how our roster shaped up and who was playing the field, kind of thing. So, I really liked the challenge this year, and felt really comfortable. Back in the position where I spent my whole life, until I got into the league.
Sam, what was Don's biggest impact on the team, in your opinion?
It was, it's not an easy situation, making that change, right? You guys know we were going through some pretty tough times. It's unfortunate that in this business you almost need, kind of reset. It's just unfortunate, for me being here, how often that reset is.
Sam, kind of going off of that, we just talked to Risto, and he said, he can't be part of another rebuild and wait multiple years to see this thing get turned around, essentially. Do you kind of have that feeling? I don't want to put words in your mouth, but do you feel that way, since you've also been here for a while now and haven't seen any postseason?
Yeah, I mean, no one wants to go through a rebuild. Especially going into next year. Turning 26 at the start of it, or close to the start of it. It's tough not being able to play meaningful games down the stretch, like I said. And I don't think anyone wants to go through that now.
Sam, you've played over 450 games. You've had 5 or 6 20-goal seasons here. And yet here we are talking about this playoff situation again. And every season has really been different in a lot of ways. They haven't really all been the same. Why do you think this organization just never gets it together? I mean, right from the top, why have you guys never even really gotten close to the playoffs other than maybe one time where you played a few games in March and thought you were in it?
Not sure.
I mean, as a guy who's played 400 plus games, you have no real thought why?
No, I don't have much for you right now.
Does that
Sorry, everyone. Go ahead, Mike.
the only other follow I would have with that, Sam, would be is, the adage players play and coaches coach and managers manage. Is that kind of, you guys are at the point where they have to put you guys in a position in a better way than they have?
I don't really know what you're asking here.
Well, I mean, through all the times and the moves and the coaching changes and the GM changes, how difficult is it for a player who's been here a while to try to help forge a winning team when things are constantly in upheaval?
Yeah, it's very difficult.
With your exit interview and your goodbyes to player or teammates, how would you describe the state of the Sabres right now?
It's disappointing. Like I said, it's no one wants to be going home right now. No one wants to be done this early again.
Sam, how much will who the next coach is factor into your decision as to your future and what your future holds?
Honestly, probably not much. Haven't really thought about that. I'm not too sure. I don't have answers where I'm not the guy to ask in terms of who's personnel for next year and who's going to be here. So I think everyone's got some soul searching to do and has to look in the mirror at the end of the day and figure it out for themselves.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks.